It's Megan Thee Stallion, sir. I'm on
Megan Thee Stallion. Good news dropped. What do you think of the album, my brother? I know you supposedly have a rant that you want to do.
Nah, man, come on, man.
I need to get my popcorn out. Where's my popcorn?
Man, don't oversell it like that, man. Listen, I'm just here to talk to the people. That's all. I'm just chilling, you know. I'm just here to speak truth to power. It's always respectful. I say that respectfully. It's always respectful, man. Listen, I lead with love because, listen, man, you know, as everybody knows, we obviously don't know what happened to Megan Thee Stallion. She's been going through a whole lot in her real life, I believe. At least that's what she would lead us to believe. And I have no reason to doubt that, right? Like she's somebody who is at the forefront of rap to me. That's how I look at her right now. She has all of the sponsorship. She has all of the backing. She is aligned with Beyonce. She got a whole song called Savage with Beyonce, which was, by the way, I didn't mention this, was nominated for a Grammy like 3 times. So it's clear to me that people believe that she is that next superstar. However, I just feel like the album that she just dropped called Bad, I was about to say Bad News, and that was not a joke. Good News was bad.
That was comedic genius right there.
No, that was actually an accident.
That was comedic genius right there.
That was an accident, I promise you. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to figure out where to start with this album because I've been listening to the landscape. I've been surveying the landscape because, you know, listen, we do a show here where we talk about music all day, every day. We review albums, you know, and sometimes our reviews, in my opinion, at least I'll speak for myself, but I can definitely feel like I can speak for you. Sometimes you're a little early on your take. Sometimes I feel like, damn, you know what? Let me go back to the drawing board. Maybe I missed something, you know, like, damn, was I tripping? With this album, I heard it about twice, and I just don't feel like it's a quality album. Like the music does not hit. And while I know a lot of people feel like, damn, but Megan Thee Stallion, she don't make music for dudes. So how could you, as a guy, even evaluate her music properly? I've been seeing a lot of that online. I've been seeing a lot of people saying that, like, oh, you just don't get it. Bro, did we not get it when Cardi B dropped an album? Did we not get it when the City Girls dropped an album? Dude, we came on this podcast, if you guys have been keeping up with us, City Girls dropped City on Lock. And while they are the most ratchet of the ratchet content-wise, in terms of what they talk about, you know, I give it up, man. Like I was quick to be like, yo, man, City Girls did their thing on that album. That was actually a good album to me. Like it was good. For what they do, I would say that's a good album. To me, for what Megan Thee Stallion does, it was not a good album. It lacked originality. It lacked depth. The songs seemed empty. Even a lot of the samples, like let's talk about the intro, man. Shots Fired, where she was going at Tory Lanez, the guy that the industry seems to want to cancel, but can't seem to necessarily get rid of per se. I even think that song was weak. Like it just all around, I just didn't feel like the music was very strong on that album. And let me be clear, I love the song with SZA called Freaky Girls. I think that song's pretty good. I love the song with the City Girls on it. I think it's pretty good. I hate the song called Intercourse with Pop Smoke. I'm sorry, not Pop Smoke, Popcorn. The album just lacked a lot to me, and so I'm trying to be respectful, but I will just say that this album was bad. It was bad, and if I'm rating this respectfully, I am giving this album no more than an average grade. This album is a C at best. At best. And that's all I gotta say, man. I could say more, but I'm gonna leave it at that, and we can debate back and forth. But I want to know what you gotta say.
That was not that bad a rant. That was not as ill-advised
I'm
as
trying to be respectful, man. Damn.
you. Come on, this is
Damn.
ill-advised wise guys, not respectful wise guys. Go and talk your ish.
Okay.
Brother,
Let me say what
come on, man. That was way too PG. I know you got more.
I'm glad you're egging me on right now. Let's get it, man.
Thank you.
This album is trash. It's trash.
Okay. Well,
if I was a weed smoker, I'm smoking Reggie. This album is Reggie.
Wow.
It's Reggie. This is not this ain't no Kush. This ain't the highest of that. No. This is Reggie. This is that bullshit that people got in the corner when they just want to throw something on. This album is trash. Let's be real, man. And I've been watching people being very delicate because, again, we have to be very delicate because Megan Thee Stallion has been through a lot this year, right? She was shot. She lost a whole bunch of friends behind that situation. We still don't know the real truth behind what really happened. But to me, I'm putting her real life aside from the music, and I'm just judging the music because I don't necessarily know what's true and what's not with everything else. I believe this album is trash. That's my real take. Now go ahead and try to convince me why it's not trash.
Okay. All right. Well, let me speak on behalf of, just to piss you off. I know what makes you mad. I know what makes you mad. I'm just gonna make you a little madder, okay?
Please.
Did you know that this is Megan Thee Stallion's debut album? Number one.
I did know how they were marketing it. It's not her debut album. She clearly came out with like 3 projects.
That's number one.
My bad. Sorry. Those were mixtapes. Sorry. Go ahead.
That was number one. That's her debut album.
Okay.
Number 2, this will make you mad for several reasons. I'm looking at her Wikipedia, right? Mm-hmm. Critical reception, which we were on, right? Ratings Game was on as one that graded, Megan Thee Stallion's album. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 people they have on there that reviewed it. Mm-hmm. Do you know the average grade is a B+ of that album?
That's foolishness.
Nobody gave it lower than a B. Nobody. Out of those 12. Matter of fact, somebody gave it 10 out of 10. I believe the British music site Gigwise gave it 10 out of 10. What they said, what most people were saying was they love how confident she is. They love how she's just exploratory when it comes to money, sex. She's not scared to talk about some of the things that us regular human beings are scared to talk about. So that's kind of what people feel about the album. I, for one, personally, which we all do this, right? We all do this. It's not my cup of tea. That's what I'm going to say.
We gotta stop that. That's too PC. Don't be PC. Don't be PC. See, you're doing what the people are doing when they want to skate out of giving a real review on a project. That's what you're doing.
I am one of the people that are not on that list. I gave it a C. They removed me.
Sure. I wonder why they removed you.
The grade. You say it's Illuminati. I say it's Meganati. They removed me. They removed us. Ratings Game. We're no longer one of those 12. But I gave it a C. It's not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. But the thing is, here's the thing that I didn't hear from you, and I'm gonna need an answer from you. Why? You pointed to, a couple of things, but I didn't really hear why you think it's an average album. I'm going to tell you exactly why I think it's an average album, but I'm going to tell you why I think people think it's a good album. So to me, I just thought that you know, we talked about Ty Dolla $ign a couple episodes ago, right?
Fam, I told you why. What the
No,
hell
no,
are you talking about?
you didn't
I
give a
told you
deep.
why. What are you
Hold on,
talking
you
about?
didn't give a deep dive. I want to go deep, man. This is ill-advised WhatsApp. We go deeper.
Yo, let's do it. Let's do it.
Musicality, deeper. So
let's do it.
To me, Megan Thee Stallion's music. We talked about Ty Dolla $ign 2 episodes ago. What I said about Ty Dolla $ign is that he makes gimmicky music, but he's really good at making gimmicky music. I think Megan Thee Stallion makes gimmicky music, but she's not great at making gimmicky music. Like Ty Dolla $ign is a great singer. He has great melodies. Ty Dolla $ign just kind of, you know, understands how to put together a complete record. I think Megan Thee Stallion knows how to make a record hotter. I think Megan Thee Stallion knows how to make a song a lot more provocative, make it sound a lot more explosive. But I'm not exactly sure what I heard. A good chunk of the songs that I heard on the album could be considered like good. Are they gimmicky? Yes. But I wouldn't necessarily say they're complete records. And it could be just because she's just a rapper. She doesn't really sing much. It could be that she kind of sounds the same from song to song. Yeah. But I wouldn't necessarily say it's gimmicky music, because think about it. A lot of the beats were recycled beats from 90s and 2000s. And it's almost like you are told that you're supposed to like this song before you even listen to it, just based off the beat, just based off of how explosive she sounds. I am somebody that listens to songs complete and I dissect it. And what I dissected is just gimmicky music that's average. Gimmicky is not a bad word. Gimmicky just means it's what people want to hear, but then is it good? I don't think it's great. But however, I do think people see the album, the people that see it as good, they probably view just her, those things, like I said, the confidence, it's great. Her energy is great. Her ability to make a club hit, something that people in the club would like, is great. And then people, I think, really just like her. So when you combine those things together, I understand why you would like the album, because you like her. I don't think it's the music you like. You just like her personality. I don't think that's enough to call something good.
So let me I feel you. I feel where you're coming from. You know, I think you still being a little too safe. You telling me I'm being safe, you're being a little too safe. I feel like you're saying what you kind of saying what you want to say, but you ain't really saying it. So let me go a step further, but I'm gonna be more clear this time. I feel like Megan Thee Stallion is extremely one-dimensional as an artist. And listen, that is not always an insult. Matter of fact, I am actually not even meaning that as an insult. This is just me coming to the conclusion and recognizing, after her putting out multiple bodies of work, I don't care if this is the debut, quote unquote, I listen to the music, you know. I understand she may not make music for me per se, and I get that. I respect that, actually. You know, listen, that is a real thing. So I acknowledge that, but I take it a step further and say, like I brought up before, we don't say that about Cardi B. We don't say that about Nicki Minaj. We don't say that about, we don't even say that about, we didn't even say that about the City Girls, when they have the same, if not a little bit even more ratchet content than Megan Thee Stallion some of the time. We evaluated the album because it's music. I understand she's talking about these things that I can't relate to at all. Like she got a song with the City Girls talking about dancing on the tip or do it on the tip. Come on, like, what you want me to do with that song? Like, only thing I can do is wait for a girl, well, my fiance now, to start dancing, and we just start, you know, I'm like, yes, woo, this is that twerking song, let's get it. I'm sitting up against the wall and we chilling. She's having a good time to the energy of the song. So I get how music cannot necessarily be made for me or guys in general. I get that. I just feel like we don't do that with everybody. We don't use that same excuse with everybody. And it's interesting to me how we are very picky and choosy with who we choose to apply that type of evaluation to. It's interesting to me. Interesting to me. I see when people do it and I see when people don't. And I think, like you said, it has to do with when you like the person. When you like the person, you copping mad please. I just feel like people are copping please right now for Megan Thee Stallion and not necessarily evaluating her music like it should be evaluated, especially because if we talk about how the star that we believe she is and how people look at her as, right? She getting nominated for Grammys, getting all of these different looks over here, writing articles for the New York Times, talking about protect Black women, which was a dope article. Has nothing to do with this album, but look at the type of things she's doing. She's a star, right? I feel like the music is not matching who she is being propped up to be. And I'm not even the type of person that throws in numbers all the time, but I'm gonna do it right now. For Megan Thee Stallion to only sell 92,000 copies in the first week, to me, that's pretty low for a Megan Thee Stallion. I would expect a little bit more from that. To me, again, I'm not a numbers guy at all. I actually try to stay away from that conversation. But when it pokes out to me like this, I gotta take it into consideration to say, okay, all these publications are giving it A's and B's, right? It's critically acclaimed, right? Then why is it not streaming well as a star should be streaming? Why is that? Those are the people listening, right? It's fishy, dog. It's fishy. I feel like Megan Thee Stallion, and I'm going a little deep with this, so you can pick this up wherever you want. But I just feel like I noticed that the public doesn't necessarily evaluate Megan Thee Stallion and her music like they do with everybody else. They're quick to evaluate another female artist's music, but with Megan Thee Stallion, it's a little different. And maybe it has to do with all the things she's been through this year. I don't know. I'm speculating, obviously, but I just noticed these different things. It's interesting to me. It's interesting. These are just observations. The music is not matching up to her brand, bro. It's not.
She gave you what you wanted from her. If you want to talk about the artist actually pleasing the consumer, I think she gets an A when it comes to that. She did not step far outside of her box on that album at all. Same thing with City Girls. Like City Girls, people bashed the hell out of that City Girls album. I liked it. Just gave us what they do well. So I'm not prepared to say Megan Thee Stallion's album is bad. I'm not prepared to say she's trash or anything like that. I actually think she gave us what she wanted, but I do not think that she should be put on a pedestal as an artist. She's a dope person, and her marketing has been amazing. And how controversial, how energetic, the energy she brings to hip hop is refreshing.
Oh, I love her. But I love what she does, for sure.
I think and this is a bigger issue. I think we need, as a hip hop consumer, to stop judging things. Like, I'm tired of people telling me this slaps as opposed to telling me this is a good song. Like, I get it. Stuff slap. A bunch of songs on that album slaps. Fine. But that doesn't mean it's a good song. It means it slaps. And I think she just has a whole bunch of stuff that slaps. That's it. That's it.
Hey, we should have that conversation one day on maybe another podcast. But like,
sure, because there's a lot of people,
a song slapping and it being good. Because I would actually argue, and you may or may not disagree with this. You may agree. I don't know what you're saying. But Gunna, to me, right? Gunna, to me, especially on his last album, Wanna, first and foremost, he makes a lot of music that grows on you. Like, it's very hard to listen to a Gunna album or even a song and just be blown away, like, immediately. A lot of his music grows on you over time. And to me, that is the mark of a good song, a song that leans more towards it being well produced, well crafted. We understand the content may not be very constructive, but it's music that is actually well packaged and well put together. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what, and I'm using him as an example. I feel like that's somebody who gets a bad rap. Gunna's music is actually pretty good. Yes, some of his music slaps, a lot of it doesn't actually. Like he makes a lot of music that is a very slow grower. It's you'll recognize it in a month. Damn, man, I really like that song. Shit. Whoa. It's not very immediate. I feel like the song that Megan Thee Stallion put out with Young Thug, what was the shit called? Don't Stop.
Don't Stop. Yeah, pop that.
To me, that's one of them joints that, like, yes, when you first hear it, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, whoa. But then after the second, third time, you're just like, this song is not that good. It's just not.
It doesn't. I mean, to me, it doesn't push. It doesn't move the needle. Like what it does is it's just, to me, it's gimmicky. And once again, I'm not trying to trash gimmicky music. I think gimmicky music is needed. But
gimmicky is good.
But here's the thing: when you talk about the Lil Uzi Verse of the world, I can't believe I'm saying that. The Gunnas of the world, the Young Thugs of the world, the J. Coles of the world, they are not making gimmicky music. They are making bodies of work that challenge the norm. Megan Thee Stallion is making bodies of work that are just electrifying the norm. It just makes it a little more electrifying. So that's just me, my humbling opinion. Kudos to her. She's been very impressive, very impressive. But
listen, man, oh, sorry, go ahead. My bad.
I said obviously we're not the biggest fans of the album, but I get it.
Yeah, nah, it's usually I always end off by saying maybe it'll grow on me. I don't think this will. I don't. But hey,
you got what did I tell you? You got to hear it in the club. Listen to it.
Yo, listen, man.
That's when you know
that is a thing. That is a thing. So no, it won't grow on me. Nah, it won't. Nope. But yo, shout out to Megan, man. Shout out to Megan, man. Listen.
Yes, sir.
Respectfully speaking, that's all this is.
Yes, sir.